And we're live. What's up,
I'm not
everybody?
ready.
Welcome.
No.
This guy. What's up, everybody? Welcome to StationOfPlay Tech and Gaming Podcast. I'm Ken. That's Charlie. Charlie, how you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I got a haircut.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a little bit short.
Oh, nice. Dude, I need a haircut very bad because with my beard, right? Let me show everybody this.
Yeah.
I look fucking Amish. I look like an Amish dude.
You look like an Amish man.
Because what I do is I just wait for my hair to get ridiculously long, and then I get a medium fade. Right? So this came from a medium fade. So this has been 2 months with no haircut. And I normally do that, but I should start getting weekly haircuts, but that's kind of fucked up. That's a waste of money. Also, I feel like hair's here for a reason, so we should have some of it.
That's a big waste of money. I hated doing that in the Navy. But, it'd be like that. I mean, we can get right into what we played this week. I actually played quite a lot this week. We played World of Warcraft.
We did.
Again. Crazy. Doing that fucking quest where we fucked up the first time when I got mad and we didn't do it again for another week.
Hell yeah.
Finally knocked
we
it
made
out.
it through it, bud. We made it through. That was so miserable, dude. I could just hear the distress in your voice because, I know you. And, to the world, just, Ken is the type of gamer that when he gets frustrated, you'll feel it. It's like an energy. It's a vibe. You'll be like, oh my God, no. Yeah. No, straight up, dude. We finished collecting these fucking lightning rods, right? Or fucking sticks, or whatever the fuck you had to get from these people, right? Sure. And if you play World of Warcraft, you know that the drops are fucking annoying. But anyways, we get all 10 of them. We go over, we put them in the magic rock that he needs to put it into to finish his mage quest, and it just starts glowing, and we're waiting. We wait for something to happen, and nothing fucking happens. And 20 minutes later, after we're sitting in front of this fucking rock, the sticks go away. And Ken's like, oh shit, I don't have any of those fucking sticks anymore. And he's like, what the fuck? And he's thinking the game glitched out or something, right? In reality, he can't fucking read, He's got to have a Google Translate thing, read everything. I'm just kidding. but yeah, he just didn't fucking... Yeah, you didn't know the real steps of the quest. So... But...
after I was just like, yeah, no, I'm done. We're done. This is done.
Yeah.
Let's play something. I'm not like a smash my keyboard gamer. I'm like I'm done. We're not doing this anymore.
Actually leads me into a game I played this week.
Okay.
Because it's all about frustration. And I was playing a game called Getting Over It. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It is a flash game. Yeah, it's a flash game, right?
Hey, dog.
And if you've never played it before... If you've never played it before, right, you're basically sitting in a fucking cauldron, right, and you got a hammer, and you're swinging this thing around, and you're trying to get to fucking, the end of the level or whatever. I spent fucking 6 hours playing that fucking game this week, dude, and I did not get over it.
He's still not over it.
Difficult. Yeah. No, dude, so fucking, if we were talking about frustration, man, that
game's just made to piss you off. So,
dude, I fucking got so high up on that motherfucker, and then I fucking fell, and I'm like, where am I? I'm like, oh, the start. What the fuck? And it feels like the higher you get, the more it brings back to where you can fall to. So
yeah, exactly. That game's tough, man. That game's tough. What's up, Alan? Dylan in the chat. Dylan says I've not played WoW in forever. We're actually playing Classic WoW, the re-release. I don't know if you've played that at all.
Yeah.
When's the last time you played? I'm curious, but anyways, I played Halo a little bit. We're trying to do... You were in the chat with me and my buddy Zach for a little bit. We're trying to do all the campaigns on Legendary again. And, that's going pretty well. Nothing really to comment on. That game on Legendary is a lot easier than I remember it being, but we're only doing the first one right now, though. So we'll see how it goes with Halo 2 and stuff. But not much to say there. And then I... actually have a hot take about Final Fantasy VII, the remake part 2. The game's kind of mid. And I love Final Fantasy. I have a Final Fantasy VII poster on my wall.
Have you played the game I suggested yet? Final Fantasy X?
Just the opening area. I haven't really had time this week, but
you gotta check. If you love Final Fantasy, that's such a good game. It's kind of off. It's a little bit different than all the other Final Fantasy games, but it's still very cool. Almost as like an individual game. And
yeah, I like the 10 minutes I
nothing to
played
do
of
with
it.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard 10-2 is garbage. I've never even. I've
It's
people
so-
have told me to play 10 before. Nobody has suggested to play 10-2 ever.
Dude, that was the problem, man. Fucking 10 was so good, and when we heard 10-2, we were expecting like a continuation to a very cliffhanger story, right?
And you just got nothing.
We got fucking nothing, and it was like, why? It's the same. It's 10-2 because it has the same characters, and it's got a little bit of resolution at the end. But fuck, man, it was not the game we were expecting. The gameplay was different. They changed the combat, which is something like they do a lot, you know. I think it's Square Enix, right? They do Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, right? Yeah, something they do a lot with their games, which is interesting. But I feel like 10 and 10-2 should have been just a continuation of the story, and it fucking wasn't. And I was so pissed.
Yeah,
webcam.
It'd be like that. The problem with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 is I feel like they're trying to stretch one game into 3 separate games, and they're trying to make them like 100-hour experiences for each, and I think they kind of overdid it this time. Do you know you've played Breath of the Wild, right? Zelda?
Yes. Yeah, love that game. Great game.
Imagine you have to do the shrines, but instead of shrines, it's just a bunch of boring shit you have to walk up to and click on.
Oh, that's fucking dumb. Yeah.
Yeah, you spend 10 hours. So it's not like one giant map and you unlock everything. It's separated into sections. So there's like 4 or 5 different open areas. And then what happens is you finish these open areas, and then it funnels you into a small linear area, and then it opens up into the next open area. The problem is you spend like 10 hours doing these open areas, just clicking on shit, just to unlock like waypoints and stuff. And you're like, okay, finally. And you get to do the story. The story is fucking great. I love the story. The linear parts, awesome. Final Fantasy has always been great at storytelling. But then once you're done with that, you just go into another fucking open area, and you got to do all this tedious, annoying bullshit again. So
yeah, and that's the problem with all like really good story games. I feel like is the story needs to be really good, but it needs to be flowing. And a lot of games have a hard time of keeping that flow moving, and they have these like these stops in it are rough. You know, like the game, a game that did really good about it, Vampire. I don't know if you ever played it. Super good.
Vampire? I don't think so.
Spelled with a Y. Vampire with a Y.
Oh yeah,
really
I've heard
fucking good. You play as a vampire, right? And you are basically, it's one of those like choose your actions kind of determine the story a little bit. But every single action you make is like another key to the story. So it's like constant story development the entire time. Great game.
It's like a choose your own adventure type deal.
A little bit like that. But some games, that's like the perfect example. I think if you could make a good story game is just have it flowing like they did. But a lot of games really miss the mark when they have too much interruption in the story. Like
I just think they could have, like the first game was dope how they did it. I think they could have just made a part 2 and call it a day and finish the story out. They're just trying to drag it out a little bit, I feel like. And I don't know, man. I feel like it missed the mark a little bit. It's a shame, but it is what it is. Next, Borderlands. How'd you like Borderlands? We played a little bit this week.
Really enjoyed that game, and that's one of the games that I like people have talked to me about before, and they're like, "How have you not played fucking Borderlands yet?"
Like any of them? Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's cool because I got to have my first time experience in Borderlands after I'm already kind of an experienced gamer. So it was like, we're having a real good time, like actually playing the game versus, when everybody else had their first Borderlands experience and they were like 12 or,
I remember when it came out like 15 years ago, the first one or something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but yeah, it's been around for a very long time, man. No. Borderlands 3 came out, and it's there's some problems with it. A lot of people have problems with the humor in the game, but as far as the gameplay goes, I absolutely love that game, and I still play it to this day. I was playing it right before the podcast. You know,
Problem with
might
the
play
humor
some
how?
after. What's that?
Yeah. Problem with the humor how?
It became in Borderlands 3. It became kind of like Twitter humor, like Reddit humor. You know, like modern streaming humor, stuff like that. And that's not really what Borderlands was known for. Borderlands is known for like your kind of humor. I don't know how to describe it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like terrible dad joke humor.
A terrible dad joke, kind of fucked up humor.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how it should be. And they're just the main protagonists are like these weird streamers, and all their jokes are kind of cringe. I get where people are coming from, but I love the gameplay so much in that game that it doesn't really matter to me. So, which actually leads me into Tiny Tina's way better dialogue. And if Alan's in the chat, me and him played it for like 6 hours today. So much better dialogue and jokes. The cast for it too is outstanding. What were you gonna say?
I'll have to check that game out later, man. I have so many games I'm playing right now, though. So, like, I'm just getting into Borderlands. I'm fucking playing World of Warcraft for the first time, which a bunch of other people are like, how are you playing this for the first time? Baldur's Gate,
I'm showing Charlie Dawei.
Yeah, but most of my gaming has either been Call of Duty for my online multiplayer gaming experience or just story-based games. Like, I love those, like, indie story-based games or, like, Flash, like, online games, you know? So I haven't had a lot of the same gaming experiences as, like, most people, you know?
Yeah.
But now that I'm, like, into World of Warcraft and Baldur's Gate, it's like I have to wrap my mind around these before I jump into another new game, because there's so many fucking cool ones out there, dude. But you gotta
pace yourself. Otherwise, you end up like me and have 50 games in your Steam library you've played for less than an hour.
Yeah, I also don't have the fucking time, dude. I have a child. I don't know if you know how much fucking time a child takes up, but it's a lot. I can't believe how people have fucking 2 of them. I mean, you know, you live with 2 children, so fuck yeah,
it could be rough sometimes.
3 kids if you include Brad, but
oh my god, dude, don't even get me started. But yeah, dude, you know, we'll get you there. You should probably play Borderlands 3 before you played Tiny Tina's Wonderland, anyways. So I was like offended you didn't want to play or whatever. I was just like, oh, it's fucking $11. I'll let him know if he doesn't want to play it. That's cool. But we got Alan in the chat. There's a group of people from the FPS RPG players who find B-Lands is almost too unserious in general. Terrible take from them. Yeah, I agree too. I think that's just some like Fedora people from fucking Reddit that are like can't take a joke. You know, there's always
also
that one guy.
That sounds like people who don't understand humor. Well, like the game was meant to be funny.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be goofy. Like it's okay. Get over it. If you don't like the game, you don't fuck the game.
It's totally okay not to like games. I hate it when people are like, "This game is objectively bad." Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's not, but you know, whatever.
No, yeah.
Type your post out on Reddit. It's cool. I won't read it, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's just get right into the news. I know you love talking about graphics cards. That's like your favorite thing.
Oh, yeah.
But we got some more graphic cards news this week, and I even got some fancy little charts I'm going to show you, you guys.
Oh, God.
We got, so every generation you got the 60, 70, 80, and 90 series, at least for the last 3. So last series was the 40, 60, 40, 70, 40, 80, 40, 90. Yesterday? What day is it? Yeah, yesterday, the embargoes got lifted for the 5070 Ti pricing. Here's the problem with that. It's not a terrible deal at $750. That's what NVIDIA says the card is supposed to cost. Here's the problem with that, and I'm going to pull up a graph and show you exactly what the issue with that is. Let me pull up.
We have graphs. We have graphs on this podcast. I just want everyone to know.
We got graphs.
How advanced we are. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I know.
I want you to look at this chart and tell me what's wrong with them saying it's $750. I'll give you a minute. Take your time.
Okay.
See all those prices on there?
Yeah.
What's wrong with that? Those are all different versions of the 5070 Ti.
It's like $250 cheaper than the next one next to it. Pretty much,
so
right?
The problem is only one of those fucking cards is $750.
Yeah.
The rest
and
are
all
like
the other ones
$1,000.
Now, what's the difference between all that and all of the cards, though?
It gets a little complicated, but basically, well, number one, they aren't worth that much, so let's get that out of the way right now.
Okay. All right.
NVIDIA says this card should be $750, and there's only one freaking model on this entire list that is actually $750. And at $750, it's not that bad of a deal.
Yeah.
But the problem
comes in...
Is that like
the most basic version of the card, though? That's $750.
No. So the 5070 Ti, right? Bigger number equals more better, right? So you have... Like, let's go with last generation, right? You had the 4060, 4070, 4070 Ti, which is a little better.
Yeah.
4070 Ti Super, which is a little bit better. And then the 4080, and then the 4080 Super, and then the 4090. Yeah. So bigger number equals more better, right? The 5070 Ti is supposed to be like the mid-range card that most people are supposed to buy. But it's not worth $1,000, bruv.
No, yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. I get that 100%. Oh, real quick, I want to... Diamond King here. There's always people that just want to have every game be the exact same style and think everything is bad. Yeah, no, that is... I feel like Call of Duty fans, like, in a nutshell. You just fucking put up right there. But we'll leave that at that. I just want to answer that comment real quick to be like, yeah, no, you're right, buddy.
I think you're absolutely right, Dylan. 100%. Big Al in the chat. This is insider secrets a bit, so I'll be very vague. But one of those MSI cards has a cost value to retails of $588, by the way. Did that research specifically for you guys. Thank you for that. Nice. Alan works at Best Buy, so he knows a little bit more about what these cards actually cost. And he says also, so like $300 margin for nothing. What are you going to do? You know, at the end of the day, at $750, it's not an amazing value, but it's 15% worse than the 5080 for 25% less price. So you're getting a not terrible deal at that point. But number one, especially what we've learned from the 5080 and the 5090, these cards are going to be sold out immediately. And when 1/15 of the stack of cards is the $750 single one, they functionally don't exist at that point. The problem is people are still going to fucking buy them.
Yeah. So, oh, no, yeah, 100%.
We're all just fucked at the end of the day. So that's all I had on that front.
As it is in every aspect of my life. Just fucked. It's all right. Shake it off.
On that note, you also have A&D. NVIDIA's only not even competitor now anymore. They used to compete in the high-end graphics card segment. Now they don't even do that anymore. They only participate in the mid-level. And
now they make lotion for tattoos.
So we have their mid-level card is also supposed to be coming out real soon, but some retailers fucked up and actually sold them. So we have a few people they're called the RX 9070 XT out there. Some people bought them on Amazon, and apparently those are $750 as well. And the problem with that is people have been begging AMD forever to like just come up with something that NVIDIA has to be like, oh shit, maybe we need to lower our prices about. We got Alan in the chat, our weekly GPU talk. We're fucked.
And now the weather.
Now onto the weather. Yeah. But
oh man.
they released this card for $750, and it's probably going to be about as good as a 5070 Ti, and it's not good enough if you want to make NVIDIA do anything other than just gouge people for prices. So it's kind of disappointing to see, and I don't know. I see where we'll go from there, but TLDR, we're still fucked. So we'll have to see where it goes in the future. And with all that being said, I kind of want to get into a little talk about reviewers of graphics cards and my experience of wanting to buy a graphics card in the past year. And low key, they also kind of fucked us, because I wanted to get a graphics card in September of last year. And the problem was everybody was like, oh, 50 series is coming out. 50 series is coming out. Don't buy a 40 series. They're dog shit. 50 series is coming out, right? What I did is I didn't listen to them, and I bought a 4070 Ti Super, and right after I did that, they stopped selling all 40 series cards. So now, there's these reviewers telling everybody, hey, don't buy any of these cards, and then they stop selling those cards, and then these new cards come out, and nobody can buy those either. So now if you want any graphics card, you're paying twice as much for the fucking thing.
Twice as much, and you had a good setup because you went on.
I'm doing a podcast.
You're like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it, and you get it, and then all of a sudden the 50 series come out. Nobody gets the 40 series, so you're like,
sorry, Leela came in.
oh, okay.
Leela is in the chat. My niece, for everybody who's wondering. But anyways, what were you saying?
You had the 40 series, so you were able to sell that and get the new 50 series, which is like, the best way.
And I sold my 40 series for more than I paid for it because they don't exist. It's a fucking Fugazi,
So at the end of the day, which is all right, this is gonna lead me into something real quick, right? Because remember how I talked about the Picoin thing last week, and I said it was coming out this week. All right, well, it came out. And it's released at like $1 something a share, or $1 something a coin.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you have 800 Picoin and it's $1 right now, and that will affect your life positively, I encourage you to sell it. Okay, 100%, because you have a better chance pulling that money out and putting it into a slot machine than having it go into like fucking like double that. So
no shot.
So like almost in your situation, right? You see something cool that you want, and it's go ahead and do it then. Don't listen to all the fucking skeptics. There's gonna be 500 people telling people to hold this coin and fucking
oh god,
wait for it to be fucking worth something. I guarantee 2 fucking weeks this coin will be like half a cent a share. All right, so fucking. Like, it's okay. It's okay. If $800 is going to do a positive impact, you fucking sell that shit. You be happy. All right? Fucking.
Yeah, that's the thing. Just like with electronics in general. If you see something and you do the research and you're like, this will be really cool. I want to do this. And this graphics card will help me do that. Just buy the fucking thing. Yeah. At MSRP. Don't pay a scalper fucking $2,000 for a 5080. But like, they told everybody to not buy a 40 series, and now everybody's got their dicks in their hand with a 30 series, and they can't buy a 50 series. Yeah. It's fucked. So.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be even harder to buy a 50 series soon, too. But,
that's a whole nother thing. Yeah.
Whole nother thing. But.
Also, last thing on the graphics cards for today, the 5090s, the fucking power cables for them started melting. So that's fun. But people are buying 5090s for $3,000 and the fucking graphics card gets fucked up because the cable's melted and they don't have a warranty because they bought it secondhand. Like, what are you going to do? I don't really have any further input on that. That just sucks. I hope that nobody I know that happens to. In other news, though, a game with malware called PirateFi is released on Steam.
I heard about this.
Did you hear about that?
I saw a whole Yeah, I heard about that, dude. It's like putting a virus on people's fucking computers when they download it or something, and then Steam had to pull it off. And I was like, honestly, I trust Steam. I love Steam. Steam's great. Steam should be Steam for the end of fucking time because it's such a fucking great platform. But you think maybe they would be checking shit for malware before they fucking allow people to post games there?
Apparently, even like the videos on it and like the screenshots and shit weren't even of the game. It was like really bad.
Yeah.
And they just pulled it off immediately, and they were like, everybody do a fucking virus scan right now if you bought this shit.
I was gonna say what fucking Steve said was like, if you bought this, you should probably do a virus scan. I was like, that's your fucking solution? Some people like, you got fucked. You might want to get checked for an STD. You know, like, yeah. Like, it's pretty fucking wild, man. I don't know. I feel like they should take a little bit of responsibility for that, though. You know, for like any information stolen. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like
they should do something, but I don't know what that thing would be, so I can't really.
Yeah.
But I mean, they took the game off and they said, "Hey, sorry," but that's about it. Like,
yeah. Dude, I don't want them to get sued because I fucking love Steam. Steam should be Steam. Let me just put that out there. Like anybody fighting against Steam is like, you know, like disgracing a church, you know, like you stay away from my fucking Steam, you know. But fuck that. They probably should fucking like, hey, sorry, we might have accidentally put a fucking virus on your computer and
give everybody a fucking gift card or something. Shit, man.
I don't know. They gotta figure something out before they gotta figure something out before they have a class action fucking lawsuit on their hands from everybody that downloaded the game. I don't know if it was too many people. Do you know how many people actually downloaded the game?
It was like a couple thousand. It wasn't like
it wasn't like
not like a million people bought it. Yeah,
but I think
it was less than 2,000 if I remember correctly. But yeah, you know,
it
sucks.
It just takes one person though to fucking, you know, send the whole thing to hell.
Yeah. We got Alan in the chat. Wait, what? I didn't even hear about this. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I pretty much just explained it. I have a little bit more information on it here. The malware steals users' browser cookies, and if anybody doesn't know in chat, you store like your passwords and shit in browser cookies. So if you fucking go onto your bank account on your computer and somebody steals your browser cookies, they could potentially log into your fucking credit union like under your name. Like it's pretty bad to do.
And just to stress this real quick, anybody that feels like they are safe on the internet, I want you to know that you are not. You are 100% not safe on the internet. Having the same password for all of your accounts is a fucking bad idea. Okay, because it just takes somebody to hack into your fucking RuneScape account to all of a sudden know how to get into your bank. Not fucking good. All right.
Yes. Everybody should have a password manager. If you're on Apple, there's a free one. If you're on Google, there's a free one. For your PC, Google can be that free one as well.
I'm not gonna show you, but here's a different sticky note. Have them all written down on a sticky note. The important ones. You know, have them written down. You know. This is a different sticky note. This does not have my passwords on it. But but it's that easy. It's that fucking easy. Just
I'm gonna log into Carly's work and just fuck everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna draw dicks on all the blueprints.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
But no, your antivirus does not stop you from downloading dumb shit on the internet accidentally. And
no. Even if you have a virus software that doesn't stop you for the 30 seconds it takes to click scan, you know. I'm here, bitches. Hi, Adela. It's great to see you again. Your favorite person is here.
Yes.
So I'm sure you guys can have a great time down in the chat.
She's about tired of my existence. Oh yeah, Alan. Look, I thought you were talking about me. He was like, "No, yeah, sarcastic talking about Alan." Yes, Alan is your favorite fucking person.
She says, "Damn right I am." What'd you do, bro? Just exist? How dare you?
Yeah. How dare you?
And then lastly on it, just to kind of reiterate, the game has since been taken down, with Steam asking affected users to perform a virus scan on their machines. Fucking obviously. Yeah. Alan says, "Oh no, I gotta go." No, please
Y'all
stay.
play nice. Y'all play nice now. No.
Alan 1v1 me right now. 1v1 me on
please.
Rust.
Please.
Snipers only. We got to see that
Rust.
one of these days.
No, Adele would want to play Shipment. That's her fucking.
Shipment works too. Shipment's a good one.
And she would, and no, she would say riot shields only, probably.
Oh God, no, you don't. That's not a thing.
That should be because.
Fuck no, it's always black site. I think
She
you'll be on the wrong side of history for that one. No, the M4. The M4 is okay.
You know what? Yeah. M4 is okay. Honestly, dude, I like black site. Fuck everybody for fucking, hating on that fucking map so much. It's fun. It's cool. It's the night vision map. I'm sorry. It's not. You can't fucking, play the same way you always play for every fucking game on black site.
Real charge launcher underneath.
Oh God,
I mean, we can make it happen. Like, I could whip something up, do it one of these weeks.
Yeah.
Black site's fine.
One of these weeks we'll definitely do.
I don't like the night vision stuff. I'd rather just play it with the lights on.
I like it because it's different. And I like a little bit of change in my games, man. It's cool. And that's the other thing.
It's different.
That's why I don't get pissed off about riot shields because I'm really good with the crossbow. I have the crossbow as my secondary. So fucking no,
that's Black Gold, you idiot. Black site is only for gun game. Do we get the wrong map? You might have got the wrong map. Charlie did say he was high.
Yeah, I am high. Yeah.
Black Gold? Is that the name of the map? That doesn't sound familiar. But I believe you.
I
mean, you guys actually, you're one of the 3 people on the planet still playing that game. So you would.
Yeah, that's true. I am slightly upset Black Ops 6 doesn't have the riot shield. Not because I like using the riot shield, because I also really like using the crossbow. And it is the most Jonesy feeling ever when you shoot a fucking riot shield with a fucking crossbow shot, man.
I hate using the riot shield, or not the crossbow, but I gotta say, whenever you get a kill with the crossbow, nothing feels better. It's like getting a headshot with a deagle, bro. You're just like, fucking.
And especially because Modern Warfare 2 now, there's 2 types of lobbies. There's hackers and there are fucking people who don't know how to play. So I am so good at the fucking crossbow and that fucking map. That fucking game, dude. So fucking fun because
we got Alan in the chat. I like Change, the guy that played the same COD for 3 years in a row.
First of all, it's a good fucking call, dude. Second of all, go fuck yourself. No, I play Black Ops 6 whenever I can play Black Ops 6. It's just my friends online that I play Call of Duty with, that I have been playing Call of Duty with the years, are stuck in the ages with Modern Warfare 2. And that's okay, because I literally only hop on that game to hang out. So yeah. I could really care what we're playing. I just want to hang out with my friends. So it's
way better older CODs though.
There are.
I'd go if Black Ops 2 was a thing. I'd go back and play with you. I'd be like, we're shutting down the podcast. Me and Charlie are gonna go play some Black Ops 2.
Dude, if I could go back in time and play on the old World at War servers.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun, dude.
That would be what I would do.
You can, but you'd get hacked immediately.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. But that game was so fun, dude. That was such a good fuck, and it was so glitched out. It was great.
Or the actual MW2, that shit was fire. I was so mad these people were like remaking it or whatever. It was a mod for one of the newer CODs that came out. I forget which game it was.
Yeah, and Activision told them to fuck off, pretty much, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was so sad. I figured it was gonna happen, but I thought like I would get to play it for at least a few days. But no, before it even launched, they shut that shit down immediately. So I was really sad about that. But it is what it is. Next up in the docket, we got What the Fuck Charlie's Dog.
Oh my God.
What happened with that?
Let me fucking get this, wherever I put it. I might have thrown it across the fucking... Oh, it's under my desk here. Okay. Roach. I love Roach. Great dog. We named her after the dog from The Witcher, not marijuana, even though I do like marijuana.
The horse from The Witcher, he means.
Yeah. Look at that. Chew that shit. 2 other cables under my desk he chewed up too. Okay?
Oh, really?
And I look down,
Where did he chew up?
and I see little sparks. and Roach sitting there looking at me, and there's little sparks next to him. One's my mouse, one's my keyboard, because I was using my other keyboard because I was testing it out for some reason. And then another one was an HDMI cable. And he just said, fuck it. I'm going to... And he's a puppy. He's a great puppy. I love this dog. Great dog.
Yeah,
amazing
dog. Chewing shit. It's that for the horse, not the dog. Yeah, I corrected him.
Yeah.
Hi, Alan. All right. Anyways, they're talking in the chat.
Yeah. He fucked my shit up. I'm so pissed. So now I have to get a new mouse. And Ken here has...
I sent him a couple.
Sent me a couple. And what we're looking at right now is... Oh my god.
There's the dog. Dog cam.
This is Roach.
Hi,
He's a
Roach.
puppy. Great dog. Amazing dog.
Roach is the cutie. Just needs to stop chewing on shit.
Yeah, he's got to stop chewing on my kids. But yeah. So I'm looking at two separate mice right now. And I'm looking at a Razer Basilisk V3 hyperspeed customizable wireless gaming mouse, right? $60, decent price. And the other one is a Logitech G502 Lightspeed wireless optical gaming mouse with RGB lighting. It's a wireless, two wireless mice. And I'm looking at wireless mice specifically because I don't want my dog to fucking.
Yeah. Alan has a recommendation in the chat as well. He doesn't want a super light, Alan. So I gave him two like weightier options.
Yeah, and the reason I don't want a super light is because I use it for work, right? And it's when I'm doing CAD, it's very precise and it's a little bit like easier to fucking. I don't know. I like a little bit of weight. It's easier for me when I'm spending fucking 10+ hours a day on a computer. I'd rather have a heavier mouse than something that's lighter because then my wrist.
Yeah, when you're making, it's weird because how do I explain this? Professional gamers use really light mouse because it's easier to move and be precise, but you're doing that with really quick, fast movements. What I found, especially when I'm playing games like RuneScape or MMOs, I actually like to have a little bit of a weightier mouse. My camera is fucked up right now. There we go. When you have a weightier mouse and you need to move it just like a little tiny bit, it's actually more accurate than the super light mice. But G502X wireless is really badass. No judgment here. Yeah, I had the G502 Hero. I've bought that mouse like 3 times. It's the wired version of the one I sent to you, and it's like $40. And it's always been like $40. And I actually love that mouse, especially for playing games like RuneScape.
I mean, I could get a wireless mouse. A wired mouse, because I'm not letting Roach in here anymore. Besides when he's gonna hop on the podcast. But
well, if you want a wired one, just the G502 Hero. It's just a wired version of that. But I don't know.
But I don't know. I feel like wireless is a little bit better. But I am always concerned about batteries dying and me getting stressed out in the middle of my fucking game or in the middle of my work day or whatever, So I don't know. I like wired mice. I like it. I like it all be cabled, which is also the fastest connection too with the wired mouse. Even though it's negligible in most games and everything else.
I think pro players even use wireless mouse now just because it's so
it's so negligible.
It's not really a thing anymore.
Yeah.
502 is my favorite mouse I've ever had. I just swapped to 60-gram mouse and won't go back. But 502 was my favorite. Yeah, me and Alan have effectively the same mouse. I forget what it's called at the top of my head, but it's like a $200 mouse that fucking CSGO pros use. It's a really nice mouse, but it's like, if not the lightest mouse, I don't think it's the lightest mouse on the market anymore, but like it used to be. It's 60 grams.
Yeah.
So it's like stupid light, and I actually love that mouse. But
yeah,
that's not what you were going for, so I didn't recommend it. Plus, like I said, it's like $200.
Yeah, I really don't want to spend that much on a mouse. Actually, under $100 is my goal. Because, sure, I would. I don't play games like you though. I'm not like a super competitive gamer. when I play Call of Duty, I want to hang out on Call of Duty. I'll suck 6 games and not give a shit because I'm like, all right, fuck it. Let's say it's what it is. But like on games like, like Baldur's Gate, I like to do real good, when I'm playing with my pals. But to me personally, a fucking $200 mouse and a fucking
it's not gonna make any difference for you.
It's not gonna make any difference for me whatsoever. I don't dedicate myself to gaming like that. I'm a casual gamer. That's what I am.
Yeah. And for things that would matter for you, you would probably just use a controller, like in Call of Duty. We got Adele in the chat. He could spend $20 on a new mouse. The thing with mice is you generally get what you pay for, so you don't really want to spend $20 on a mouse in 2025. You want to get to like that at least $60 range, I think, for something like Charlie. That's kind of like the sweet spot for what he's looking for. And then we got Alan in chat. Also, Logitech light speed is like 0.5 milliseconds versus wired is 1 millisecond. It's actually faster wireless now, interestingly. I've heard as much. So most wireless mouse now, really cool. Most wireless mouse now, you don't use Bluetooth. Some of them have like the ability to use Bluetooth, but they actually use the 2.4 gigahertz. I forget frequency. So that's actually incredibly fast.
That's actually really cool, especially because I work in like telecommunications, and our number one thing is everything wired is normally better for speed purposes, like with like internet, like data ports and everything. Because they were like, "Oh, we can have Wi-Fi over here." I'm like, "Yeah, you probably fucking shouldn't though."
We also have Adele in chat. No way, only $20. Charlie, I will give you $40 if it means you can get a $60 mouse, brother. You do not want to buy a $20 mouse.
Yeah.
We got Alan in chat. My semi-pro Counter-Strike friend uses a $48 Zowie. Really? I didn't know that. Let me look that up actually real quick. I forget what that one looks like.
I'm gonna take a piss so you can answer that one real quick and then answer the next one.
All right, sure. Yeah, I'll hang out with the chat for a little bit. Let's look at the Zowie mouse here. Is it the BenQ Zowie? The EC2? No, that's $100. What are we looking at here? Alan, do you know off the top of your... Oh, hey, Adela. Adela's on the stream, everybody. This is Charlie's wife.
Yes, I am on the stream.
We got Dylan in the chat. As I am another casual gamer, I agree. I usually buy for around 50. Yeah, $50 is about the sweet spot. Adela, how you doing? Welcome to the stream.
Thanks. The usual.
Got anything you want to tell the fans? You might want to turn to your right a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm okay. Hey, Alan, you and me, 1v1 right now.
Right now?
Yeah, right now. 1v1.
Alan, can you do it? Can't do it on stream. I haven't had that set up.
Damn it.
Is it that mini one? I'm not sure what you mean, Dylan. For a mouse? Get back to me on that. Looking at the BenQ FK2. Is that the mouse you're talking about, Alan? Is it wired? Wireless? Get back to me on that. Adela, how's the kid doing? How's Judy?
She has a stuffy nose today.
Okay.
And she's currently developing a diaper rash.
Well, you hate to see it.
Well, she's not here. She's at my brother's house, so...
Oh, yeah, Charlie said your brother was watching him. That's good.
Yeah. Yep.
Got any interesting plans set up for the future? What are you guys up to lately?
Yeah, we're getting ready for like 40 fucking people to be at our house for Judy's first birthday.
Oh, shit. Who's all just family? Friends?
Pretty much just family. Yeah. His family, my family. Not a whole lot of friends. It's really just family coming for Judy's birthday, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 40 people.
Real quick before you go, Charlie's going to place a song, and then we got Alan in the chat. He said, in like 30, I could in Black Ops 6. He does not have MW2 downloaded. He will never play that again. I think he would rather do something else that I can't see. What's Charlie playing there? You got a flute? This dude just has so many random instruments laying around. Welcome to the Tech Podcast, where my friend plays a flute.
He decided to go to a Sam Ash closeout sale and bought a bunch of instruments.
Okay. That's a very Charlie thing to do. Yeah. Whenever I see something like old and shitty on the side of the road, I think about taking a picture and sending it to Charlie. But I probably should text and drive, so I don't. But I'll be like, "Oh, Charlie, free couch." Yeah. Does he know how to play that, or did he just?
No.
Okay.
No, I think between Judy and the nephews, it's broken at this point.
Gotcha. What is it? Oh, I mean the harmonica. That's a classic.
Yeah.
What else? You got anything else in there? I'll pull out a fucking zoot. Ukulele. Yes, he's always had that.
Where's your zoot?
Not zoot. Not the zoot.
Well,
of course I have a zoot.
I just thought of a random instrument. I didn't know he had one. That's crazy. That's fucking wild. What? Anything else? Fuck. I don't even know anymore.
Oh yeah.
You're a fucking oboe?
That needs to be too.
Yes, terribly out of tune.
Could somebody clip me asking him if he has a fucking zoot and he pulled out a zoot? I didn't know that was like. I genuinely didn't know he had a fucking zoot. That's crazy. All right, Adela.
All right. No. Put it back.
What does he got? I mean, we got to see it now. What's that? That's the ultimate dad instrument right there. Charlie, you got to learn how to play that one, at least. Fuck the flute.
Learn how to play that one. Yeah. Fuck everything else. Learn how to play the instrument.
Maybe the zoot. I want to hear it. I don't even know what
what Judy plays. Like. Judy plays the zoot.
That's awesome.
She actually tries to sit on it now.
Is she walking yet?
She's doing more walking than crawling, but she still crawls sometimes.
She's like in between. Got it. Fucking violin.
Yeah.
Of course she has a violin. That's like. All right, Adela. I think we need to get Charlie back on the stream before he starts playing something else terribly. Thank you so much for coming on. It was good to hear from you.
Oh, you're welcome. Charlie, stop. You're going to knock him all over. Can't want you back on the stream.
Go back on the stream. What's that?
Oh, my God. Sorry. He wants to play more instruments.
Okay. You can do one more.
He said you can do one more.
This is a tech podcast, sir. What the fuck is that? Oh, okay.
Clarinet.
Yeah, clarinet. No, I couldn't really see it.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Thank you, Adela.
No problemo.
So
I should probably play a clarinet. I played the saxophone for like 10 years. It's kind of similar.
It's literally like the same thing, I think, with just like hand position and note structure. So
something like that.
Very easily do it.
Also I want to talk about speaking of mice, we have a fucking mouse problem in my house, dude. I caught a
Oh, no shit.
I was sleeping in my bed and we heard see this curtain behind me, right? The fuckers like to crawl up that curtain while I'm sleeping. So I heard it one night and I was like, shit, that's a problem. And then I was sleeping and Adriana was sleeping over too, and I felt a mouse touch my hand and I was like, nope, they're gonna die, all of them. So I went out and bought some glue traps, and I think we're good now, but I caught like 8 damn mice, dude.
Dude, do you have a cat?
Yes, but I also have birds.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna say put the cat inside.
Yeah,
but if you have birds,
I was about
that's
to.
A terrible idea.
If the glue traps didn't work, I was about to figure out some way to lock down my bird cage and just leave a cat in here for a few days. Cause holy shit, it was bad. But I think we got it taken care of.
We've been off tech for a minute, but real quick, just because we're talking about mice now. So I lived in Pennsylvania, right, which is like, mice capital of the planet. We, have very cold winters and pretty warm summers.
Charlie, not to cut you off, but anybody who's watching, can you ban that person? Thank you so much. Okay, continue with your story. Sorry, it was one of those.
All right, good job.
Buy cheap viewers. But anyways,
But anyways, all right. So Pennsylvania, great for living out in the woods and having your thing. Also, there's a lot of mice though because we have mountains and fields all over the place. So they go during the winter time. They move inside.
Yeah,
we
of
had
course.
we had mice at our first place in Pennsylvania, and we got this cat Valkyrie. Valkyrie caught fucking mice, right? But she loved torturing mice, which was super fucked. So she caught a mouse one day, so I was like, fuck it, you can have the mouse. Good job, Valkyrie. And I put her in the bathroom with the mouse for the night. And then I go there the next morning and I look, and the mouse is covered in blood, and it's in a garbage can in the middle of the bathroom. And Valkyrie's standing over it after 12 hours. This is 12 hours later. And the mouse climbs up the side of the garbage can.
Oh my god.
Mouse climbs up the garbage can, gets to the top of it. She just smacks the fuck out of it and then just lands in the bottom of the garbage can. She just looks at me. And I'm like, oh, fuck. It's like, I cannot let this happen. So I saved the mouse by killing it. And,
Jesus Christ, man. I fed them to the cats here. They just dead within 2 seconds.
Dude, Valkyrie just wanted to torture the fuck out of this thing. It was like, I get food. I don't need food. I was like, I just want to watch you die every second of every day. And so
Jesus
she was like,
Christ, man.
He kept it alive for 12 hours in just this garbage can in the center of the fucking bathroom, which is amazing. And she would pick it up and put it in the garbage can. So she was a freaking psychopath. Yes. No, she 100% was. Coolest cat ever. But those are Pennsylvania cats. They're just maniacs.
They're built different, bro. These California cats don't know what's up.
California cats don't know how to fucking live like an animal, dude. My cat Boycat was his name. He used to catch birds out of the sky. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. He would sit in trees and wait for birds to come land in the tree. And then you would just see this cat jump fucking, 5 feet in the air and land 15 feet down from the fucking tree branch and just bring a bird down with him. It's fucking insane. But I like cats. Cats are great. Cats are outdoor animals, though. If you're going to have a cat, I feel like you should have an outdoor cat because they want to kill shit. That's what they do. They're hunters.
We get
predators.
Leave them inside all the time. They get anxious.
Yeah, they get anxious, and that's why you have these weird cats. But cats should be able to kill shit. And so, like, me living in the suburbs now, I can't have a cat because I wouldn't want a cat that's running around outside getting hit. We're, like, right across the fucking street from a highway. So I wouldn't want a cat to get rolled by a car. But in the woods, it's like you should let a cat fucking go kill shit. That's what cats do.
Yeah, exactly. Adela McCann, it's a gift. I don't know. From that story, it didn't sound like a gift. He was like,
oh no, she did. She has dropped mice right in front of me before, though.
Oh,
that's what
okay. Yeah, that's a gift. Then.
She used to catch mice once they were dead already. Like she bit too hard right when she caught it and it died. She'd bring it right over to me and drop it, and I'd be like, "Good job, Valkyrie!" Because reward a cat when they kill a mouse. That's
100%. Give them a treat 100%. Or something.
Yeah. That's why I would give them. I would give Valkyrie the mouse, and I would also give her treats, and I'd be like, "All right, yeah, good job." I'd pet Valkyrie and hold her, and she loved it.
Or counterpoint, Alan in the chat, he said, "No, revive it, human." I want to kill it again.
I want to kill it again. I want to see it die twice. Oh man.
All right. Well, enough mouse talk. We got one final topic we can wrap up pretty quick here. Have you ever heard of the yellow paint debate in gaming? I wanted to get your thoughts on this.
No.
I figured
I've never heard.
So, have you ever played a game and it's made it incredibly obvious where you need to go next?
Yes.
Have they ever used yellow paint to do that?
Yes.
It's like, hey, climb this ladder. It's got fucking yellow paint on it.
100%. Yes.
It's kind of a big debate in gaming whether or not that it's warranted or needed, and it really rubs some people the wrong way, especially if they're playing like Final Fantasy or Skyrim or something like that. I don't think Skyrim has yellow paint, but like games like that, right?
Yeah.
They're in this fantasy landscape, and all of a sudden there's a ladder with yellow paint on it. They say it kind of takes them out of the game.
Let me just tell you this right now. If you want a game where it's kind of shows you the answers to puzzles like that, then yes, yellow paint's good. But if you're in a game, if you're playing a game for a challenge, I've played puzzle games before where they give you a hint after a timer, and it irritates me so fucking much, you know. And there's like that
God of
fucking,
War does that.
Yeah, and it's so fucking annoying because I'd rather sit there for 2 hours and figure out the puzzle. Like when we were playing Baldur's Gate, and Junior's like, "I know the answers to the puzzle," and I'm like, "Don't tell me, I want to figure it out," you know. And it irritates me when they make the answers too obvious, right?
Right.
But that's if you have a puzzle-based game and your game is driven towards people that like puzzles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Call of Duty, when they did the raid missions and they were all puzzle, pretty much missions, and people were like, "What the fuck?" You know, unless you're a zombies fan, you really don't enjoy puzzles like that, you know, from Call of Duty. But you know.
we got Alan in the chat, and I actually agree with this take. I think yellow paint should be a slider. I think at least a toggle.
Yeah.
I think they could solve all of this
100%.
by yellow paint on off. Easy.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you're playing a game and you're like, let's say you are playing God of War and you've been stuck on this puzzle for fucking an hour, and you're like, fuck it, just tell me the answer, right? Because I've done that sometimes too. I'll end up just looking it up or something. You could turn the yellow paint on for a second and be like, oh, it's fucking, I'm stupid, it's right there, right? And then you turn it back off.
Yeah. So what I enjoy about games, though, is when they limit your ability to do shit like that. So I like when games are like, no, you can't just have the fucking answer, you know? You can't have a hint, you know? So, but then again, that's a different type of game. If you're playing a game that's not meant to be a fucking puzzle like that, right? Yes, 100% have a toggle.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like,
it definitely depends on the game. I wouldn't want Portal to tell me the answer ever. But God of War, I'm like, I've been stuck on this puzzle for an hour and a half, and I'm just trying to chop somebody's fucking head off. What are we doing here?
Like, I'm playing God of War to kill people with an axe. I'm not playing God of War to fucking, you know, figure out I can make this third triangle blue after fucking, you know, like, like fucking, yeah. But I don't know, man. Some games are meant to be puzzle games, and those games should not have the answers put out there for you. And some games have puzzles in them, and those games can, I feel like, the toggle switch would be really great to, you know, somebody that's not interested in playing a puzzle, that would rather just, you know, continue on with their story. So
yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree. And I think the last note here, we got Alan in the chat. Stray did this amazingly. You meow, and they had like a light flicker to help the pathing. I've never seen that, but I believe you. You know, a lot of people really like Stray. I've never really felt like even getting into it, but that's another one of those type of games.
Yeah, Portal was unforgiving as shit in that way. Solve it or quit, you choose. Yeah, Portal's a puzzle game, though. You know, like if you're not there to solve puzzles, what the fuck are you doing? You know, it's like you're playing the wrong fucking game, buddy. You know,
I do appreciate when those puzzle games give you multiple answers as well, though. You don't have to do it.
Yeah,
like Breath of the Wild.
They're like, solve it as you can solve it. Breath of the Wild did that very well. For a lot of the were they towers or totems or
shrines. It's
shrines,
like you're standing here, you need to get to here. However you do it,
yeah.
I don't fucking care. But the puzzle is get to here. And Portal's like that, kind of in the same way. Not exactly. Like there's some rooms in Portal where it's pretty straightforward. You can only do it one way. But there's a few where it's like they give you a little bit of leeway, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you can figure that out. You know, that's they did it very right. And they also didn't give you a cheat. Like there was no like press a button and figure out the way to do it correctly. You know, you either had to figure out how to do it, spend your time, or be a piece of shit and look it up on YouTube. But I fucking hate that so much. I hate when I play a game, dude. There's some people that look up the YouTube tutorials beforehand and, you know, figure out how to play the game and how to do it the best way possible. I am a gamer where I'm like, no, dude, this game was made for me. Yeah, no, this game was made for me to go in knowing nothing about it. You know, I might as well embrace that and do the entire game like that. You know, like for Baldur's Gate, my first character I picked was a bard because I'm a musician, right? And it is the hardest fucking class to play in. But I'm so glad that I picked bard because I'm having a great time playing as a bard. You know?
Yeah,
Um,
as it should be.
yeah, no, that's. I feel like you get the most enjoyment out of games when you don't cheat, in a sense. I don't
Yeah, I
want to
do
call
that
it
as well.
cheating when you look it up on YouTube, but because some people are into just the combat play or the fucking the actual play of the game versus um the world you're kind of and games where it's like make your own story. It's much more prevalent in. But I for like a game like Baldur's Gate, I 100% would consider it cheating if you looked up what happened if I make the deal with Satan right away. You know?
Oh yeah, 100%. My
And
first
it's
playthrough, I
it's
went in completely blind. I'm the type of person, I'll go in blind the first time, and the second time I'll look up a guide, just like min-max it. Like
yeah.
like we're doing with the playthrough with Junior right now. I was like, okay, I've made a rogue archer by myself once, and it went pretty well.
Yeah.
Now I want to make one that's just kind of like fucking badass. I want to just smoke everything. So, but I think on that initial playthrough, it's important.
We're gonna real quick. Adela said that I'm just saying The Witcher is the best puzzle game. You are wrong. I'm sorry. The Witcher is a great game. It's an amazing game. You're incorrect though, and I'll give it to you because you don't have much puzzle game experience, right? But I'll tell you that the puzzles in the Call of Duty raid missions were more intriguing to me than any of the puzzles in The Witcher.
Oh, she's gonna beat him. All right, guys, so we're gonna end the podcast. Thank you so much.
Game ever.
It is. It's a great game, but the puzzles are not.
The greatest game ever.
Okay, it's the greatest game ever, guys. You guys heard it. You guys heard it from me. You heard it from Adele. Right?
It's one of the greatest games ever that has puzzles in it. It is not the best puzzle game ever.
Yes. Yeah. I also be real. I think Portal 2 is probably.
I think
Alan agrees. Okay, the Portal games.
I think most people would agree that Portal is at least top 3 puzzle games. Both 1 and 2 are in the top 3 puzzle games of all time.
Yeah, and that's not counting like the indie games too, because there's a lot of really good puzzle indie games out there.
Oh yeah, but I
like
haven't played
Flash games
either of you.
And shit like that. I played a few really good ones, but
a couple more comments to chat that we'll call it. We got Dylan. I enjoy puzzle games. The little puzzles in the Assassin's Creed used to be fun, little things, but now they are just trying to push so many in them. Yeah, Assassin's Creed fell off. That's really all you could say about that. I love the first 3, and then I don't care anymore. Take that back, Ken. It's the best puzzle game. I will not. Subliminal, Portal 1, Portal 2. Alan, I agree. And I think that's about it, guys. Charlie, you got anything else?
No, I think that's it. That's all the knowledge I have to share today.
All right. Well, thank you for acknowledging me. Acknowledging me. Is that the word? I don't know. I think I just made it up. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast. We will see you guys next week, same time. Thank you. Peace.
Yes. Peace.